Hi friends, it's been 500 years, it feels like. It's been a while. Things have been kind of crazy and wild. And yeah, but I'm here. I'm gonna catch up on Messenger shortly today in a little bit. So if you're in there, thank you for being patient. I really do appreciate you. I went to the most amazing convention conference thing this last weekend. Like, it was such a life-shifting experience. And I'm trying to lean into that and to, you know how we collect information, we read a book or we go to a thing and you get all like jazzed up and then you slip right back into your old life. And so I'm trying to buffer from allowing that to happen and process some of it. I actually enrolled in a coaching program, so I'll be a certified life coach. And I'm really excited to offer that to my coach tribe and those of you who are engaged and want to like next level your life. I'll be starting that in May, middle of May, and it's a one-of-a-kind, first to the industry program. I'm super pumped about it. It is tailored towards network marketers, social sellers, coaches, partners, but it's gonna have so much value just in my own life, like dealing with my kids and my husband, and I'm super excited about it. So as I learn more, I'll share more, but I want to let you guys know that that's a bonus perk that you're gonna have access to because you're working with me. Secondly, I'm encouraging you to get in the BOD group. I have been super quiet over there. Like, I'm kind of my own worst, my own worst example. Like, I've been doing my workouts and showing up and sharing about it on Instagram, but like getting on the apps lately it's kind of felt like a struggle. So if you're waiting for me, I apologize. Those of you who are showing up there in spite of me not showing up, I want you to know I'm super grateful for you and I see you and I'm really proud of you and I'm glad that you're there for me because this isn't just the Sarah Show. This is about us getting momentum and next leveling our lives. And I'm doing the 21-day fix, which if you haven't heard, they have this new thing called a body block, right? And on the first Monday of every single month, Beachbody On Demand, formerly, which is now Body, they will have a brand new program. Well, it's like an old program it's been reimagined and refilmed. So this month, it is the 21-day fix. Next month is T25, which if you want to try the sample, let me know and we'll make sure you get it. I think Shanti's crazy. I'm a little scared myself to try that one, but I also heard that 40-year-old Shanti is a lot different than 20-year-old Shanti, and whew, that makes me feel better. So anyway, I was doing my workout this morning and Autumn said something. I had to grab an envelope and write this down. So she was talking about how we all have all these decisions to make. Sometimes we get decision fatigue, and some of you are in that space. You just feel like, I just can't make another decision. I can't commit to anything. I'm literally just trying to keep my head above water, and I see you and I get it. I'm sending you virtual hugs, but I also know that when I'm in that space, when I'm in this decision fatigue space, I just have to take some imperfect action. Even if it's not the right thing, the act of doing something kind of pulls me out of that spiral and overthinking and kind of this shame, because for me, I get shamed. Like, I have this, I'm shooting all over the place and I'm overthinking it. But if I just take the action, even if it's simply going for a walk or turning on a podcast or an audiobook to change the story in my mind, it's like changing the station in my mind, that helps me a lot. So Autumn said, she was talking about decisions, right? And you're all here because of a decision you made. I don't ever just put people randomly in my group. You came to this group or you came to me and we had a convo about you living your best, most empowered, excited, proud life. It has nothing to do with a number or size, okay? It's about you making a promise to yourself and then honoring it by taking imperfect action every single day, not when it's convenient. Really, it's when it's inconvenient and imperfect. That stuff, you guys, is such a game changer. And I think that we need to spend more time throwing ourselves a parade and highlighting those wins, because that's the stuff that really does shift our journeys. And sometimes it's slow and struggly and we're really quick to doubt ourselves and to beat ourselves up. So if you're there, you don't need to be there forever. This is part of the process. It's okay if it's been tricky. But anyways, get back to it, Sarah. So Autumn said that when it comes to decisions, you know, making a decision to do a program, making a decision to realign your nutrition, making a decision to prioritize rest or play or meditation, working on your self-talk, we make decisions, okay? And when you make a decision, it's never a question of you trying, okay? If you're trying to follow through with your decision, you need to break up with that right now. You either do or you don't. And we don't need to measure what exactly that looks like. Like, well, it's not enough for me to say I'm doing it. If you're taking some imperfect, messy, even if it's struggly, modified action, it's action. It's forward momentum, and we need to be proud of that. So something to think about today. What decision have you made recently? Or what decision are you chewing on? And are you willing to be an imperfect work in progress? Are you going to try, or are you going to do? Trying doesn't belong here, okay? Because you're either taking some action or you're not. And I think that we need to give ourselves a lot more grace. I think we need to collect proof of our wins. This is why I talk about this so much. Collecting your wins and working on your mindset, shifting your focus, because we find proof of whatever we are telling ourselves in our head. And that is also why doing the mindset work, doing that personal development, listening to someone else's words other than yours, especially if you're feeling very doubty or tired or just kind of like super scattered, change the channel in your mind. Listen to me. I have a YouTube channel, okay? You could listen to me on YouTube. You can plug into the groups. You could listen to a podcast or an audiobook. I have so many recommendations. And there's no wrong or right way to do this as long as you're taking some action. So are you taking some action this week? Are you collecting your wins? Are you choosing to be proud, or are you choosing to be stuck? I've done both multiple times in my life. Sometimes it's super sexy to fall into this. It's happening to me. Everything's out of control. It's just too hard. I would rather sit here and talk about it and write about it and think about it. But if it's not freaking serving you, then it's time to break up with that, okay? So just a little nudge for you today. Sending you all the love, encouraging you. I hope that, I hope more of you jump over into the BOD group. You know, you can do whatever workout feels right to you. If that means you're gonna do some yoga, or you wanna do some lifting, or you wanna do some running, like, I don't care what it is. It's just about you owning your journey and being super proud of yourself every single day that you choose to show up, even when, especially when it's not perfect. Those imperfect workouts, those ones that I push through and I do even when it's not perfect, or my kids are sick, or we're traveling, or I'm really depressed and dealing with like seasonal affective disorder or whatever, those workouts to me count more than when I'm just like sailing through and just knocking out of the park and I'm in a really good week and I'm like eating like a rock star. Yeah, it feels good to do that. But I think for most of us, that's kind of unrealistic. And it also puts a whole lot of pressure on your journey versus you saying, you know what? I'm going to choose to be proud. I'm going to choose to lean into my struggle, and I'm going to remind myself that nothing is happening to you. We all have this opportunity, right, to look at things that are unfolding before us, happening to us as a gift, an opportunity to grow and to get better and to next level our lives, or to work on our self-talk, or to give ourselves grace and know that it doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be ours. It doesn't need to look like anyone else's. You don't need to follow along and have all this like shame or FOMO because so-and-so is doing something. That's great for so-and-so, but what do you need in this season? What do you need in this chapter? What wins can you collect? How can you be your own hype girl? How can you throw yourself a freaking parade for doing it when you're tired or you're exhausted or you're run down or you have like this 10-minute work window to get it in? I'm excited for you. When you choose to prioritize that, it can be so freaking hard and overwhelming and challenging at first, but it's just like a muscle, right? The more we work it, the easier it becomes, the more second nature it becomes. And before you know it, it's become part of who you are. It's become just a habit that you cultivate and you keep. And it actually feels out of alignment and icky to not show up to your journey. So that's my goal as your coach is to get more of you into that space of, I'm a winner at my journey. It doesn't have to be perfect, but so help me, I made the decision and I'm not going to try anymore because that's a cop out and that's going to sell me short. Instead, I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to take the imperfect action. I'm going to collect my 5-minute wins here and there. And I'm going to compound that. I'm going to collect it. I'm going to be super freaking proud of myself because nobody else can live your life. Nobody else can be the superhero in your story. That is reserved for you. It is a gift and it's a privilege. And so if you've been beating yourself up and looking at it through a prism of it's not enough or it's too hard or it should be different, it's time to surrender that story because it's not serving you. It's not. So we'll be talking more about stories here in the upcoming weeks. I need to sit down and look at my calendar and kind of plan out when we're going to do a team call and an opportunity call. I'm renaming my team. I'm going to just do, up until now, I've done things one way, and I get to change my mind. I get to change my story. You get to change your mind, and you get to change your story, and you get to change your direction. You get to change all these things. You don't have to wait for anyone's permission or for the first of a month or a new year. At any point in your life, you can say, you know what I've been doing has been great. I'm going to be proud of myself for doing what I could, but I also get to be the driver of my bus and the author of my story. And we all have these dreams and goals and nudges that have been placed in us, and to not show up and take action towards those every single day is just doing us a disservice. So again, it doesn't have to be massive or huge. I want you to collect the little things. I want you to choose to be proud. I want you to just do the next right thing. And if you're feeling stuck or you're feeling overwhelmed, I want you to hit my inbox. If you have my cell phone number, please text me. Facebook Messenger can be kind of a black hole for me, but I want to see you win. And I also want to see a whole lot of us change our stories and just next level our lives. I'm super freaking excited for what's coming. And as scary as it is to change all the things, there's also this like liberation when you decide to just like, I'm going to bonfire my life. Doesn't mean I'm burning it to the ground, but I'm going to find the things don't serve me. I'm going to find the stories or the jackets, the things that no longer feel good, and I'm going to throw them on the freaking bonfire, and then I'm going to go shopping for a new story. If you're like, what is she talking about? Okay, so Kristen Boss gave a super awesome analogy at the event this weekend, which if you don't follow her and you're in any kind of social selling or you have your own business, I recommend you do, because she's in alignment with me. She's all about, we're not going to hustle. We're going to lead with heart. We're going to live our own purpose. We're going to like just be a good freaking human and serve people, and know that epic things are on the other side of that. So she was talking with one of her mastermind girls about how we did all this work about stories. Like, what stories do you have? Oh my God, there's so many freaking stories. If you journal about this, which I'm going to host a call about journaling. Focus, Sarah, focus. Okay, so she said one of the girls had a story, and I can't even remember what it was. I think it was like, she doesn't belong. Totally my story. She doesn't belong. She's not good enough. And Kristen Boss said, that is a jacket that no longer looks good on you. It doesn't fit your body type right now. It's not in style. It no longer is something that you need to wear. You can put that jacket down. You can put it down. You don't have to have some kind of ceremony. You don't have to journal about it. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to therapy about it. You can literally take that jacket off and you can put it down. And then you can go shopping for a new story, a new jacket that does serve you and does look good and does make you feel proud. And that was such a like, wow, there's no magic to it. It's not like suddenly I'm like, okay, this is my story. I suddenly have found belonging. But you can't heal what you don't identify. If you're not willing to be honest around what your story is, maybe it's I'm a quitter, or I'm too fat, or I'm not good enough, or I need to protect myself by staying overweight, or by not taking action, or by being a victim. This keeps me safe. This keeps me safe, and it makes people not want to look at me. Whatever your freaking story is, you guys, it is something worth exploring and journaling about. There's no reason to have shame or judgment, to be mad at yourself, to feel bad about time wasted or time lost. It's just one of your onion layers, right? Like, we're all onions, and we're peeling our layers, and we're figuring out as we go. We're becoming next level, better versions of ourselves every single day. Every decision, every action we choose to take. That jacket analogy really resonated with me, because I have a lot of stories, and that is why I am where I am. I know I was meant to do this. I know I'm exactly where I need to be. I know I'm paired with the right company. I know that I have so many epic innate skills and talents. I know that I've helped a lot of you next level your lives and move through stuff and build consistency. There's been so much of that, but so often we're really quick to go to the areas that we don't feel proud of or we don't feel enough in. And we repeat those things or rehash those things. And the more we speak those things into existence, we look for proof. So there's nothing magical or mystical, or you snap your fingers and overnight everything is different, but it's something to think about. What is your story? If you want to get on the Zoom, I'm going to schedule a call where we do this journaling exercise. It really helped me. Let me know. Drop a comment, message me, and I'll make sure that you have the 411 on it. I'll record it and share it as well. But it was a really powerful weekend, and I'm super grateful. I'm coming back more alive and more excited and more grateful and more committed to helping more of you feel freaking awesome and be proud and collect your wins and next level your life, because you were made for more. You were made to feel proud and good and to make an impact in your life and in your family's life, because if you can change your life, it automatically influences your family's life. And if you can change your family's life, that's how you change a generation. It's generational work we're doing, you guys. It's about so much more than a shake or a workout or a Zoom call. It's freaking powerful and life-shifting, and I am super excited. So stay tuned. Thanks for listening. If you came to my TED Talk, I'm super grateful for you. If you need any help, let me know. If you want that sample workout for T25, sure, I can hook you up with that. But at the end of the day, I just want to know you're here, you're looking alive, you're feeling super proud, you're collecting those wins, because life is so short and it's a gift.